So this is going to be our control study, the curve. Next, we'll go to color balance, which is the center. This is the area that we're going to be affecting. And to achieve the same effect, and that's the goal here, is to try and achieve the same effect across all three of these color balanced color correction tools. We now have our dialog box over here. And they give us options for affecting this area or making our color moves in the highlights, midtones, and shadows. And being that we use the midtones for our curve, we're going to use the midtones for our color balance. We now do the same move that we did, only this time we're using sliders as opposed to a curve and anchor points. And you'll see that if I move this toward the reds, it's achieving a very similar move as the curves. The only difference is where it's actually taking place. It says here that it's in the midtones, but in actuality, the meat of this move is happening in the 3/4 tones of the shadows, which I'm not very happy with. So we need to try and adjust that. So we add some of this here. We know the shadows. I'm going to pull some out. This is very close. I need to add more to the midtones. As it's coming along close, got to take a little more of the shadows. Kind of close. Now the highlights is lacking. So we go to the highlights. Let's get one more moving on here. Pretty close. The only difference is, I would say offhand, is that we had difficulty achieving the same effect in the shadows. If I played with this a little longer, you never know. It also added a little more in the highlights than it shows over here on the curves. So, like I said, if you want to use a sniper rifle, you'd use the curves. If you want to blow up the side of a building, you would use your color balance. Now that we have that done, let's hide this so we don't confuse the issue anymore, and go to selective color.